Hello, welcome. Here we are. Let's get this party started. Get everything on here. It is just now 8 o'clock. So we're going to get this. Let's see why this is acting up here. There we go. So let's get it started here. Let me find my Stampin' Up! Page. Get everybody on here. Why am I not finding it? There we go. Now it's starting to come up. Hello, we got a couple people on here. Make sure you say hey so I know that you're on. Now it's starting to come up. There we go. Hello, we got a couple people on here. Make sure you say. There we go. Turn that volume down. Hey Cheryl, we got you on tonight. That's a good deal. And let's see here. We got, give it a couple minutes. How is everybody? How was your day? Did you guys do anything fun and exciting? I made a couple videos for my Tastefully Simple. I watched a video on some training that I'm doing to do more lives, and did some more cleaning and some more organizing up here in my stamp studio. So it's exciting. So that's what so tonight's supplies is going to be about the same as last night. A couple pieces of cardstock, a scrapbook piece of paper. You went to work, Kathy. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what, we are off work for a couple of weeks, so I get to actually play. I'm kind of enjoying my little vacation. So we need a couple pieces of cardstock. We need a piece of DSP or scrapbook paper. I am not actually using DSP. I'm actually going to use two different pieces of cardstock. So that's what I am going to do with that one. Let's get my my comments showing here so I can see on my iPad. So Cheryl, you went to Kroger's. I did not even venture out other than taking Kelton to work today. So took him to work, and that was really about everything that I did. So, all right, we see people are popping on. Make sure you guys say hey. And again, the supplies that you need for tonight's class is going to be a couple pieces of cardstock, a piece of DSP, and I actually lied. I am using a little bit of DSP tonight. The stamp set that I am using, and again, any stamp set. If you don't have a stamp set, use some markers to draw a picture, on that one. You can, and I can show you how to doodle some flowers tonight for part of the background stamp set, or if you don't want to do that, or if you don't have stamps. I want this to be that you don't really have to have a whole lot of supplies. Nothing difficult. Keeping it very, very simple, and duplicatable cards. You can use the same card design and use up all kinds of supplies that you're gonna have, that you have extra, that just that you want to use them up and get rid of, and make beautiful cards out of them, and then you can send them off to people who aren't able to get out right now, nursing homes are loving receiving cards that they can send and give to their residents there, because people aren't able to visit them. And so make these cards up and use up these supplies, so then that way when you buy more, when we're able to get out and shop, we're not feeling so guilty. So a recap from last night's card. I've got I think where the camera is at, the lighting above is giving us a little bit of a shadow. But anyways, here was last night's card that we made. Again, any stamp set, just using the very simple designs. I posted a couple others that was sent to me. So if you made the card design last night, make for sure you either text me your card or send it in a PM for me, so then that way I can post them on the page. It's really fun to see how everybody took those 3 or 4 pieces that I told everybody to cut last night, and everybody using different stamp sets and different designer series papers, and how simple and how fun they really came out. So it was exciting. So again, if you're just now coming on, welcome. All you're going to need for tonight's card class is just a couple pieces of cardstock, a small little piece of designer series paper or scrapbook paper. Hello, Vanessa. How are you? A punch, if you want to use a punch, or if you want to cut out like a circle, you can use the bottom of a pop can or a glass, something like that. A stamp set and an ink pad. Very simple supplies. So what I did, I learned my lesson last night. Did I say I was using this stamp set? This is the one that I'm using, and I'm going to use the turtle that's on this one. And it says that the wording that I'm going to use is, hope you're back on your feet again soon. Hope you're, where is the words at? Hope you're back on your feet soon. Anyways, I am actually going to send that to another one of my stampers. And I don't know, she may be on tonight. She may pop on. But she's kind of had some rough days. And so I want to send that to her just to let her know, that I'm thinking about her. And I love the giraffe as well. And somebody has posted, and I gotta remember what set it was out of, but they used one of the leaves out of one of the other sets as like making a mask over the mouth. Super cute. Anna did that one and absolutely love it. So that is the stamp set that I'm using tonight. Lesson learned from doing my class last night is I wrote down, and I will have these measurements down of how you guys need to cut your how to cut your paper, so I don't have to keep repeating it 110 times. So that is a lesson learned from last night, and I really kind of think that's all the messages that I need. Did I give everybody time to grab their supplies? You got them ready to go? Give me some thumbs up, some hearts, and we are going to aim the camera down, and let's get started. Okay, here we go. And let's make for sure that that is good to go. Perfect. Okay, so I guess I need to turn my paper this way so you guys can see the measurements. All right. Perfect. They're backwards, but who cares? You guys will get the idea. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut our card base. I am cutting mine in black. And I have a whole bunch of pre-cut card bases that I have here in my stamp room. I have done that for a while, so it makes it nice and easy for me to grab. All right, Robin, I see you just signed on. Get your supplies ready. So we're going to do our card base. So the card base is 5.5 by 8.5. So that's just a half a sheet of cardstock. 5.5 by 8.5. That is your simple base. 9 times out of 10, that's the base that we will use. Sometimes I will cut it to where it's the 11 by 8.25. But for the most part, this is our standard base. What does the sketch look like? Okay, good question, Janet. See this little piece right here? Wait, let's go. This little piece right here. So we have the base, and then this is that top piece, the white piece that we're going to stamp. This little piece is going to be my DSP, and this is going to be a punched piece. So that's my inspiration, and that's where we're going to go after. So really, there's not like a sketch or a pre-made card. I kind of looked online and said, I'm going with that one. So we're winging measurements and the whole works. So that's where we're going with it. So again, our card base. Now, if you want to use and put a bigger piece, actually, let's fold our base. Let's do it this way. Now, you could have a piece on there just like that if you wanted. You could do it that way, but I am actually going to cut down this piece of green. Let me grab my trimmer, and I am going to cut this at 5 1/4. I got a cord here in my way. 5 1/4 by 4. Now, if you guys see me kind of have to pull the cardstock off, that's because my trimmer is not all the way on the table. So I kind of have it leaning because of where my camera is. So therefore, it doesn't want to seem to cut, so I kind of have to separate them out. So if you see that, it's not because my trimmer is funky, it's because it's not all the way on the table. I couldn't figure that out for the longest time, and I don't know, about a year ago I figured it out. So, alright, so that is going to be my base. So you can do it as a second color, or you could do it as a DSP, whatever you want. Okay, so let's see here. Alright, hey Kelly, get you some supplies and come stamp with us. I've seen you're on here, come stamp with us. Alright, so we've got our base, and we have this piece that can either be cardstock or DSP, and it's going to be cut at 5 1/4 by 4. 5 1/4 by 4. Okay. Now, with that being said, if you're using DSP, I would make your white sheet a little smaller. But if you're going to be using a solid color, you can make your white piece larger. So that's these measurements. So, for instance, actually here, let me show you. Let me be a good teacher and show you. I'll try to be a good teacher. All right, so let's cut this 5 1/4. Okay. So there we go. So let's pretend, and I may actually even do this one. I get a second base if I wanted. So if I wanted that to be my base, you know what? I think that's actually what I'm going to do. think that's what I'm going to do. See, the good part about this class is we can change it up. Okay, so there it is. That's going to be my base. So my DSP is 5 1/4 by 4. So now I am going to cut my Whisper White to be 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. So let me get my, what did I say? 4 1/2. 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. There we go. Okay. So there is that. So that's where I was showing. That way it shows a little bit of your DSP. That was the point of that. Let's see. Let's move it up so you guys can see. Okay. So is that making sense? Have I lost anybody? Have I lost anybody? I hope not. Okay. So now, I think what I'm going to do, and you guys can do this as well, is I want a little bit of color underneath there. So I'm actually going to cut my green piece just 1/8 of an inch bigger. So that means that it is going to be, or you can make it 1/4 of an inch bigger if you wanted. So let's see here. We're 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. All right. So here's my, so 4 1/2 is right. Hold on. Yep, so 4 1/2. So then I want it to be this little mark right here. Are you guys able to see that? So if here is my 4 1/2, see that? So there's my 4 1/2. The next little mark is going to be my 1/8 mark up. So that's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5/8. That's 5 of those little marks. Does that make sense? This gives you just a little bit of a border. And then the next one is 3 1/4. So there's my 3 1/4. And my next little line is the 1/8. Now, if that seems like it's a little confusing, it's not really. Just kind of follow those little lines. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3 is the 3/8. Can you see those? I know it makes it kind of confusing, but okay, you guys got that? Is that making sense? And that will give me just a little bit of color through there. And if you wanted, you could always cut your white piece a little smaller. But this just gives it just a hint of color through there. And you know what? The good part is really, as long as your white piece is smaller than your colored piece, measurements really does not matter. Because no one's going to know. This is just a design sketch, so you don't even have to really worry about that. But some people like measurements, and that's what I'm here to do, is teach you those measurements. But if you want to, cut you a piece and cut your white piece down a little bit smaller. That way it's not messing with anybody's mind. Okay, so here are those measurements if you're just joining us. I know it gets a little kind of confusing or kind of a jumbled little hot mess, but you can watch the replay and get it. All right, there's our base and the general format of our design. So now I'm going to take my stamp, and I am going to take this white piece, and I know that my card is going to sit this way because that's the kind of designer series paper I have. And I'm going to stamp this turtle. I'm going to make him my background. So I'm kind of going to just stamp him randomly on my sheet. Okay, so kind of like that. So does that make sense? And if you feel you need another one, but sometimes you don't want to overdo it because then it gets a little crowded. But I'm going to make his foot come off just right there. And maybe the tip of his head right there. Something like that. But again, do not overdo it. Don't overstamp. Sometimes that's where we make the biggest mistakes. Less is more. Let's get a clean sheet now that we don't need my measurements. And so it's not so messy looking behind because that drives me crazy. Okay. There we go. Clean sheet. Voila. All right, so there is going to be that piece. So here is my general lineup. How's that look? Cute. Is this a new stamp set? Nope, Kelly, it's not. It's called Back on Your Feet. So there's a giraffe. It is in the current catalog. But there's a giraffe, a sloth, and the turtle. We've used it a couple times in stamp class, but it is one of my favorites. So, but it is in the current catalog. Isn't it cute? Okay. So that is that. And now I'm going to get a circle punch. And another piece of white. And I'm actually going to punch it out. Now, if you do not have, and it doesn't matter what size circle or what shape of punch that you have. And if you don't have any punches, get you a glass or your can, trace it, and cut it out. Here, let me show you. Get your pen. Did I not go down far enough? Well, we know that I'm not going to use this circle because I've got... Oh, I did. I made it. Yay. Take your scissors and cut it out. When you're cutting, take big swipes with your scissors and turn your sheet as you're going. That's going to give you a better cut. There we go. So if you turn your sheet while you're cutting, and I think these scissors I've used a few too many times to cut sticky strip. So I feel like they're sticking. There you go. And that would give you your circle. So if you don't have a punch, no worries. And then what I did is I just flipped it over from the side I used my ink. And there's my other side. It's not the most perfect. Well, these scissors are not the cleanest, as you can see. So that is your circle. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my little turtle. Hopefully this is big enough on there. I think he is. I think I did good. Oh, that was a good guess. There we go. That was a great guess. All right, so there is that. I'm going to take the same punch and punch out another circle. And I'm just going to overlap them a little bit, just for a little bit of color. I think I'm going to maybe put him right there. Let me turn this around so I can see. You know what? I don't know. Do I like him on there? See, this is the fun part about designing. Go back to my designer series paper here. That's too busy. Let's see, let's get the black. Let me get another piece of black. I don't know, what are you guys thinking? I'm having some troubles here. All right, let's get a piece of black. I just don't want it to be too busy. I don't want the turtles to be overpowering. I think I may have it. I might cover up that center one. Something like that. What are you guys thinking? Is that seeming like it's working? I think it is. Let me get some markers. Let's get some markers going here. Let's see what we've got. I'm just grabbing some. And see, and this is the fun part about you guys designing. So grab whatever you've got while I'm yakking and make your... Okay, so here we got some Granny Apple Green. Let's do some coloring here. Get my cord out of the way. I didn't realize that was right there. Oh, I'm going to have my glasses. All right, let's see. See where I sit here with this. And I know I haven't put that little square piece on, but if you guys want to do that, if you think it's going to look right, I don't think it's going to look right with that designer series paper that I have out. I'm just kind of playing real quick. Are you guys coming along fine with your cards? Are you guys coming? Make sure you let me know. Anybody got any questions? Everybody's working really hard on their designs, right? Let's see where we sit. See if that kind of fills it in a little bit. And if I need to, I can always change out that DSP if it's too busy. Let's see. Does that kind of seem to help me out any? I think it's working. I got a flat spot on that black. I think what I might do is get some black ribbon. You know, when in doubt, just kind of keep adding and see how it looks before we adhere it. That's the best part. So we'll add that with a little knot. This is how I work on my Tuesday or my Saturday card classes all the time and then tie a knot right there. I think that's going to work. How's that look, guys? Hey, Jenny, I see that you're on. Hey, Cheryl, I see that you are here. So let me show you guys the measurements. So if you guys get your cardstock or your cards, your regular card base, you can do a designer series paper or your cardstock at your 5 1/4 by 4. And then we end up doing our Whisper White down here at 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. So, and then we just kind of added along the way here a little piece of the green there. And then I'm working on a punch, just kind of playing around. So I think I've decided I'm going to add some ribbon on there. All right, perfect. So let's go ahead and let me go back to coloring. And see, and don't forget, make for sure you either send me a message with the picture of your card from last night, your card design, or you send it to me in a text message so I can post. You know, this is just kind of a fun little wing it night. Since we don't get to stamp all together on our Saturdays for right now, let's just do our little wing it night. You know, and then if you guys design any other cards, don't hesitate to send them to me. I love, love, love to see them. All right, let's get some coloring here. Let's see. Get that. All right, let's see here. Let's get, is this darker? I have no idea. Nope, looks like it's the same. Let's grab another green. Let's grab another green. Let's go. We're going to go with the old infamous Old Olive. Let's do some Old Olive on here. There we go. Kind of give him a dark green belly and some dark green legs. How's that look? Actually, I think I'm going to go with a lighter Old Olive for his legs and his face. Let me get that other Old Olive marker. Yep. Okay, here's the light Old Olive. Let's try his legs. He's kind of green. But that's all right. I guess it's going to work. Aren't turtles green? I think they are. I don't know. I've never touched a turtle. I have no intentions of touching a turtle. I do not like critters. You guys getting your cards together? I'm hoping so. Because hopefully I'm not boring you guys to death. Anybody else do anything fun today? It was such a beautiful day outside. I had Molly outside for a little bit. outdoor kids were. The next door neighbor kids was outside playing, so Molly was out with them. There we go. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my gosh, I love it, guys. All right, let me color him. You set up a bird feeder? Awesome. A hummingbird feeder or a regular bird? I was thinking about putting up a hummingbird feeder. Mom used to always have those. Good for you, Tiff. You did more walking than I did. I did go for a walk yesterday. I was kind of doing some painting and some sanding and working on my coffee bar, trying to get it all finished. Did some rearranging in the kitchen. Let's see here. What else was dark green? Nothing. Okay. And let me go with this lighter green. And color all of this in. There we go. All right. So there is going to be that. Lots of green. Okay. So here's how it's going together so far. And I think what I'm going to do is stamp a turtle on the inside. Oh, I know what. I got to put my wording. So let's get our wording. Hope you're back on your feet soon. And we're going to make this into a little tag. I forgot we've got our ribbon to put on. Let's make for sure I'm not missing any comments. In case anybody's got any questions or telling us something fun. Okay. So I think I am actually going to start to assemble some of this because I'm satisfied with parts. So let's adhere. I tried a new Tastefully Simple dinner tonight. We made something kind of taco-y, hamburgery meat kind of thing. I made a video on it. I will get that uploaded and edited. I made some cinnamon beer bread today. It was so yummy. Made a video on it. Okay. And let's put our ribbon. And I know these scissors are going to be as dull can be. I knew it wouldn't cut it. There we go. All right. So adhere that to the back. All right. So there is that so far. How's that looking? I'm pleased. Let's see. How about maybe something like that? How does that? Oh, I kind of like that. It's kind of different. What do you guys think? Good? There we go. I think I'm liking that. Okay, let's get a piece to make like our little tag here. Let's ink that up. Stamp the words. Hope you're back on your feet again. And let's cut this down. I need another pair of scissors that aren't as dull could be. Let's see here. You would think I would have a gazillion sets right here. Well, I don't. I'm going to have to bring up... I'm going to kind of cut around this. Kind of fun and funky. Let's cut that off. Actually, I kind of like that. Keeping it very simple. And I think we will dimensionalize that. Haha. Let's try adding this all on. All right. Let's add that to there. Hopefully this has not gotten a little more complicated. But again, I did not use very many supplies. A couple of punches and just kind of really wung how I wanted the layout to go. So there's nothing crazy about it. A piece of ribbon, couple colors of circles that can be cut out. I think I am going to keep those flat and then doing some dimensionals behind the words. And let me find my dimensionals. Now I know I got them because I just had them up here last night. There we go. Okay. I'm back in action. Add some little half dimensionals because there's no need to use full ones when we can use two halves. And I am going to go right there. We're going to cut a piece of the ribbon. Send it underneath there, do our little fake knot. I will get, I don't have any ribbon scissors. Everything is downstairs where I normally work with my stampers. So anyways, I will trim that up before I take my final picture. But I think there's my card. And then I'll put something in here and I will stamp my little turtle one more time. How do you think on that one? What size of circle punch was that one? Let's see here. That was 2 1/4. And I don't know if it's still, I'm sure it's still available. So that's what, but yeah, so there's going to be tonight's card. So again, and really you could use any punch that you wanted, you know, just grab a punch. And if you don't have a punch and you don't want to make a circle, use a square. Cut it out as a square. Again, none of these measurements need to be perfect. It's cut them down to really whatever you want. I'm just giving you guys a suggestion. So let me aim this back up here so I can, there, hey, see me in my glasses? That way I can see the color. So, all right, so there it is. There's tonight's card. I hope you guys like it. So I'm not going to be live tomorrow night. I may go live Saturday afternoon for another one. Just kind of really depends on what's going on. I really don't see myself going anywhere or doing anything other than working up here. So I will post if I'm going to get to go live on Saturday during the day. And then Sunday, I don't know, we might do it again. Just really depends. But we will definitely do it again on Monday night. And then Tuesday night is my mystery hostess for Tastefully Simple. We're playing bingo that night. So make for sure you go over to my Simple Life, Simple Cooking Facebook page. Make sure you like it. Find the that mystery hostess event that I have on there. And you guys join us for that, for some fun bingo. No purchase necessary to play. Just make sure you comment your 5 numbers, and that way you'll have a chance to win some prizes for bingo that night. I really don't know if I've got anything else going on. Don't forget, send me photos of your cards that you did tonight, and then send me pictures of cards you're making on the break, or if you do, if you're doing any scrapbooking or anything like that, make sure you post them onto my page, just for the fun of it, because that's what we're doing right now at this time. So this is a very, very cute stamp. It's called Back on Your Feet. It is a current set, and it is in the current catalog. So if you're needing it, Kelly, you can hop over to my Stampin' Up! Online store or get in touch with me either way, and definitely, we can get it into your hands for you. But again, there's my card for tonight. I absolutely love it. I think it's cute, and I hope my stamper that receives this in the mail, I hope this brightens her day tomorrow or in the next couple of days when she gets it. So anyways, I love all of you guys. Thanks for joining in, and we'll see you on Let's Go Saturday afternoon. I'm sure I'm not doing anything. I will post what time, and we'll play around and do this again. So, mwah, mwah, love you guys. Bye-bye.